Arielle, congrats on the house you just sold. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I had actually helped the sellers buy the house several years ago. We've kept in touch, and they were really surprised when it came time to sell the house. They were first-time sellers, how much equity they had.
Yeah. Well, and I think one thing that people miss is that, the compounding effect of how things work. So if you do buy a $300,000 house, which is, that's a tough price point, very competitive in our market.
There's a few out there, though.
But once you are in that house, so you got the house, you're doing your thing, every month that house basically is worth $1,000 more. So
Yep.
you own a house, yeah, you're making the payments and whatnot, but every month, no matter what, you got that roughly 4% appreciation. It's $1,000 a month,
Yeah.
and it compounds, and boom, boom, boom. And so fast forward, 3 years, you've got $36,000 compounded in value. I mean, that's the part I think people miss. Yes, it's easier to just go rent something, and yeah, you're going to be paying a percentage less in that scenario, but the reality is the sooner you own, the sooner you're building equity, and the more options you'll have fast forward 5, 7, 10 years.
Absolutely. It's really key is to get that first house. I keep in touch with all of our past clients. We've got hundreds that we've worked with in the past. And every year I typically reach out and I like to tell my clients how much their house is worth. What is a good market value for their property? And a lot of them are surprised. Kind of look forward to that yearly check-in, and it's something that once you do have some equity in your home, you can always go and talk to your lender about what would it look like for me to trade up.
Yeah, and when you look at that trade up, I mean, that's first house is great. It's that second house that's usually even more exciting.
Yeah.
Just because you have a better handle on what you really want, what things need to look like. But that transition from in a market like right now, which I would say it's a flatter market. You always want to upgrade in a flatter down market.
Yeah.
You do not want to upgrade in a hot market, only because everything's relative to what you're, if I'm selling for more, I'm paying more. If I'm selling for less, I'm typically paying less. So, that is a big factor in the cost, because nothing is, cheap anymore. The reality is it just costs what it costs. But making that transition in the current market, and then when those rates do come in and you're able to get to that lower rate, then you just get the benefit of that significant savings, because we're running rates in the high sixes right now. Those rates could definitely move significantly lower with some of the stuff happening with our government. So right now, still, best time to buy is now. Tri-Cities market is a strong economy. Definitely would not bet against that.
Yeah, absolutely. Equity in your home goes a lot faster. Recently, I was talking with one of our agents about what my average selling price was about 9 years ago, and it's amazing how our market has moved and continues to move. So if you're curious about the equity and what it would look like for you to trade up on your house, why don't you reach out to either Mark or myself?
You bet. Looking forward to it.